Today we're going to dive into one of the most incredible claims I've ever come across in an ancient text. We're talking about a precise, technical method for making a flying machine completely invisible. We're going to follow the instructions step by step exactly as they're written and see what they actually reveal.
So, the whole idea of ancient flying machines, these Vimanas, has captured our imaginations for, well, centuries. But we're not just talking about simple gliders here. The texts describe them as incredibly powerful instruments, capable of things that just completely challenge our modern ideas about what the past was like.
And this brings us to a really fascinating and very specific question. You know, it's one thing for ancient myths to talk about flight, but this, the power of invisibility, could these machines actually vanish into thin air? To even begin to answer that, we have to go straight to the source. Our entire investigation is going to focus on one single, very controversial, and incredibly detailed document that claims to hold all the answers.
This is it, the Vimanika Shastra. Now, this text only really came to public attention in the early 20th century, but it claims to be a copy of much, much older knowledge. Think of it like a lost user's manual for building and flying these Vimanas.
And get this, the text itself says it's not mythology. It presents itself as a scientific document. The preface flat out claims it's a record of forgotten technical know-how from a super advanced civilization.
So here's the crucial part. This isn't just about blueprints for an airplane frame. The text goes way beyond that. It claims to detail all these incredible powers the machines had, and more importantly, the exact methods a pilot needed to learn to control them.
Okay, with all that context, let's start our hunt inside this very document for one of the most amazing powers of all, the ability to completely vanish from sight.
So, the text lays out what it calls 32 Rahasyas, which basically translates to secrets. These are all special techniques a pilot absolutely has to master, which just goes to show you the supposed depth of knowledge this thing contains.
All right, so our mission right now is simple. We're going to sift through this list of 32 secrets to find the one that deals directly with invisibility. We're looking for the exact instructions. And you know what? After searching through the text, we found it. The manuscript gives a specific name and a specific number for the secret of invisibility.
It's secret number 26.
And there it is, right from the manuscript itself. This is the original Sanskrit text, the shloka for that 26th secret. And its name? Tamovaha Rahasya.
So what in the world does Tamovaha Rahasya actually mean? Well, the text tells us directly. It is, literally, the secret of making the Vimana invisible by attracting and using the power of darkness.
Okay, so how did this technology supposedly work? I mean, it's not described as magic or anything. It's laid out like a repeatable technical process.
At the very heart of this whole procedure is a key piece of machinery. The text is very specific. The pilot needs to use a device called the Tamogarbha Yantra.
Let's just break down the procedure it describes. First, the pilot uses that Tamogarbha Yantra to, and I quote, attract the power of darkness. Step 2, this energy is then applied to the Vimana's outer shell. Step 3, this dark energy gets combined with something called a Rohini ray. And the final result? The Vimana's exterior becomes full of darkness, making it completely invisible.
So there you have it, not just a vague claim of invisibility, but a specific device and a step-by-step process. Let's just take a step back and think about what we've just uncovered. So on one side, you have this extraordinary claim from the text. It's a detailed, almost technical method that involves named parts like the Tamogarbha Yantra and specific energies. But then on the other side, you have the physical evidence from history and archaeology. And so far, absolutely no physical proof of these devices, or any other text from that time confirming this, has ever been found.
And that leaves us with the central mystery, doesn't it? Is the Vimanika Shastra an authentic memory of a real, lost science? Or is it just a brilliantly imaginative work of early science fiction? The text gives us a procedure, sure, but whether it describes a reality or a fantasy, well, that's a question we'll have to leave with you.